Well, it's time to go inside the coach's room again. I'm Steve Peters. You can just call me Petey. I was a video coach for over 20 years in the National Hockey League, and I broke down game film for a living. Now, I do it on the internet. So today we're going to take a closer look at Game 2 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Edmonton comes out on top of this one, 5-4 in overtime. But let's take a closer look at the plays that make the play to see all of these goals and how they all broke down. And let's start off with Vegas, 1-0. This one starts on the power play, and Vegas's power play has been good all season long. It starts in with a dump in and a hard rim, and Janmark's got an opportunity to get this puck out, but he can't. He puts it right into Eichel, and Eichel makes the first good play of this power play, so he's able to hold on to this puck, and he wants to get over to his spot here. But look at this move he makes to lose Janmark right at the blue line. And he finally finds his way to where he wants to be to get to his spot. Now, one thing Eichel is very good at this spot is seeing what all of the penalty killers are doing. So he knows he wants to get the puck to the far side, but he can't. The seam is covered. The Edmonton Oilers have sticks in the lane. So when Eichel sees sticks this way, then he moves the puck that way. He's very good at reading the sticks from the penalty killers. So when the sticks go to the inside, he makes the play down to Stone. And as Stone gets this puck, he is already delivering the puck as the puck touches his stick. He is trying to get the puck to the far side to Olofsson. He's got a lane because he's got the Edmonton Oiler defenseman. Again, sticks into the inside, into the interior. So he's got a lane to get the puck to Olofsson. He delivers the puck to Olofsson. Olofsson takes this one-timer, beats Pickard. Absolutely no chance. And when you see this, when you see the vision from Eichel from behind, again, he's looking and waiting for that stick to go to the inside. When you see the stick to the inside, the play's going down low. And again, you can see Kulak's got his body movement, his stick, everything's pointing to the interior, to the inside. So Stone delivers to Olofsson. He beats Pickard. No chance. 1-0. But I want to see the adjustment that the Edmonton Oilers later made in the penalty kill because of that low play. And you can see Eichel, again, he's got the stick to the inside, so you know the play's coming down to Stone. But look at how Kulak plays it this time. So Kulak, instead of worrying about the bumper position, he leaves the bumper position for his teammate, and he gets down and he blocks that pass so Stone cannot get this puck to Olofsson. So those are the kind of adjustments you look for on the penalty kill that can change as the game goes on, so you can take something away. Let's continue on as this game gets tied up. So let's go to the 1-1 goal by the Edmonton Oilers. The puck comes out to the neutral zone, and there's a line change by the Vegas Golden Knights, but it's not a problem because as the players come off, the player comes on, and this is F1. He's going to attack the defense. Everything's fine for the Vegas Golden Knights, but a nice play by Bouchard gets up the puck up the ice, and here's where the play gets made. Edmonton's also making a change at the blue line, and that might make a difference a little bit later in this play. So the puck drives down the lane. Podkolzin just fires this one around, hard rim around to beat the pressure. He's got so much pressure coming from all the Vegas Golden Knights. Everything's on the strong side of the ice. He needs to get puck to the weak side, so it's a hard rim. And this is picked up on the other side by Arvidsson. Arvidsson just got on the ice. He's coming off the bench, full steam ahead. So he's got a good speed coming up as he approaches this puck along the half wall. Raw comes and tries to cut him off, but he gets a really bad angle on this one. And now here's where the confusion is for the Vegas Golden Knights, and how are they going to sort this out in defensive zone coverage? So when you're in defensive zone coverage, you want it to look like the number 5 on a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And everybody's covering their area of the ice. But right now, those bottom 2 players, somebody's got to sort out and see who's going to cover this area of the ice so someone can take Walman off at the point. But nobody does. As Roy loses Arvidsson driving down the lane, and now he's decided, well, you know what? I lost him, so I'm going to cover this point. This part of the 5 on a dot, the 5 on a dice, that's going to be me, and I'm going to cover the point. So now it's up to Kolesar and Pearson to figure out who the heck's going to go down and cover Arvidsson. So Kolesar goes. Unfortunately for the Vegas Golden Knights, so is Pearson. So what happens is everybody goes to the puck. And so as the puck comes around on a hard rim and gets delivered around the wall back to Podkolzin, as the puck comes back to Podkolzin, you can see where all the Vegas Golden Knights are. Everybody's surrounded. They're tight to the net. They chase the puck over to that side of the ice. And when you do that and you chase the puck, you leave open areas in behind you. And look at all of this open ice on the weak side of the ice. And that's how Edmonton's able to make this play back to the point, get this puck back. One-timer by Walman. This one gets in. It's 1-1. But I want you to see how small the margin of error is for each team as Walman lets this one go. And it's a one-time shot from the blue line. Just misses the block shot. But look at this. off of the shin pad of the Vegas Golden Knight McNabb. This puck's going wide, but it doesn't because it's off a shin pad, off a defenseman doing his job and trying to box out Janmark in front. Scores 1-1. Edmonton Oilers take the lead 2-1 in this one. And again, it starts off in their zone. And again, it starts off with Arvidsson. Kolesar takes a bad angle on Arvidsson and he's unable to stop him and he gets the puck by him. And this is how Edmonton advanced little by little, zone by zone. And it gets it gets to Podkolzin. Podkolzin gets it through the neutral zone. And look at this big gap. The gap is the space between the defenseman and the forward. That's a big gap. When we get a big gap going, you can get your momentum going and your speed going. And it's harder to stop that player when he's going full speed ahead. Podkolzin just pulls this puck to the middle of the ice, shoots it, beats Hill on one that Hill definitely wants to have back, making this 2-1. Hill's got to have this stop from the middle of the ice, even though the defenseman's stick gets in there and may have deflected a little bit. That's still one Aiden Hill wants to go get back. So let's go to the 3-1 goal. Edmonton takes a 2-goal lead in this one, and this is on 4-on-4. And this is one thing, you cannot make a blind pass, backhand pass through the middle of the ice. This is a danger pass right now by Riley Smith trying to throw a puck through the middle of the ice, especially when Leon Draisaitl is on the ice. So the puck gets blindly turned over. Draisaitl gets his speed going up the other way. Line change. And one thing I say about the Oilers and Vegas, both did, when you're making a line change, you got to jump on and be ready. Your mouth guard's got to be in, your helmet's got to be buckled, your stick's got to be on the ice, and you got to be able to join the play quickly, especially in the playoffs. And that's what happens here as the play gets turned over as Draisaitl gets into McNabb. McNabb's got the puck. So here comes the second turnover by the Vegas Golden Knights on the 3-1 goal. McNabb's got it. But this is a good play by Draisaitl. You can see how his stick is on the inside. He takes a stick swipe at McNabb. It's enough to create the turnover. He can't complete the pass. Nugent Hopkins makes a great play, but you got to look what's happening in behind the play to Shea Theodore. Theodore is coming backwards, and his momentum is taking him this way because right now he's getting ready for a breakout pass. He's getting ready for a breakout pass, and Vegas is leaving the zone. So when he turns to the outside instead of the inside, again, he leaves all of that ice up the middle of the ice, open. Nugent Hopkins finds Nurse. Nurse is driving down the middle of the ice, and again, beats Hill clean from the top of the circles. And another one that I think Hill might want to get back. When you see this from behind, you're going to see how much room Nurse had to deliver this puck and fire this one past Hill as Edmonton goes on to take a 2-goal lead. So here we go later in the second period. Late in the second period, it's 3-1. That's a hard rim by Vegas, escaping the pressure, getting the puck up the ice quickly, and it's a really nice play by Jack Eichel where he beats Walman. Right now, this is a 2-on-2. Walman's got to close on Eichel. He's got to finish Eichel off. He's got to take Eichel. He's got to pin him to the wall, stick on puck. This play has to end here with Walman, but it doesn't. Walman backs off. And when you count numbers, and you always want to count numbers, right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 Oilers, and you got 1, 2, 3 Vegas Golden Knights. Somebody has to put pressure on Eichel, and that's Walman. Walman should have stayed on him, should have had a stick on puck, should have closed this play off, but he didn't. You can't give Eichel this much room. So as Eichel gets this much room, he's able to get the puck towards the front of the net. And again, you look at the front of the net for the Edmonton Oilers, nobody's boxing out, and boxing out means pushing the opponent away from the front of your goaltender, and no one's under sticks. And that means exactly what it sounds like. Get your stick under their stick so you can control their stick. Eichel delivers the puck to the net. Karlsson gets the stick on this one. And again, second goal, Pickard, no chance. And you can see how good this tip is from behind as you see Karlsson drive the net. Eichel's able to find him, get the puck just onto the edge of his stick. Karlsson tips this one in. This one is 3-2, and this one is getting tight. So the Oilers make it 4-2. Let's check out a 4-2 goal again in the third period. Howden's got this puck. It's tipped back from Pietrangelo. Howden's got this puck. If he has a good angle on this puck, he gets the puck and it's going back in the zone, but he doesn't. He doesn't get a good angle on this puck, and he allows Nugent Hopkins to make the play. Nugent Hopkins makes a great play here because right now Nugent Hopkins has one hand on his stick. One hand is on the glass, one hand is on a stick, and he's able to win this wall battle and put this puck behind him and gain zones again for the Edmonton Oilers. And you can see another wall battle won. This time it's by Kane. Kane gets the puck and advances zones again. This is all about advancing zones and getting the puck moving forward. He wins the wall battle, gets the puck inside the blue line, and now it's about foot races. And Hyman gets underneath Howden's hands. We talk about getting under hands, getting under stick. Hyman does an amazing job taking Howden out of this play so Howden can't make a play to his partner, and Kane just comes in and picks up the puck. So as Kane drives the net, Nugent Hopkins is there all alone. Again, we talk about the space that he has getting to the net because of, again, another Big gap coming at the net. He didn't gap up. But now we talked about how Hyman was really good under stick under Howden. Well, Howden's got to stay with Hyman. Howden's got to stay with Hyman all the way back to the net. Hyman wins the foot race back to the net. This game was about races and winning foot races to the puck. Hyman wins this race to the puck. And one mistake creates two, because Howden wasn't here on Hyman. That means Haig has to get over and cover Hyman, because you can't let Hyman drive the net in that closely. So when Haig goes to Hyman, you guessed it, that leaves Kane all alone in front of the net, and he's able to put this one into the net, and Edmonton goes up on this one. I want to just show the plays that they made along the wall. This is the one-handed play by Nugent Hopkins up the wall, winning that battle, and this is a great battle won on the wall where Kane's able to push this puck forward, and again, Hyman's able to get past Howden because he lifts a stick. It takes him out of the way. Great play by Hyman. Everybody goes to Hyman, leaving Kane all alone. And again, the Oilers take a 4-2 lead. 4-3. Just a few minutes later on the power play again. And again, it's Eichel. This time the stick's on the inside. Emerson's got a stick to Stone. Eichel shouldn't make this play. Emerson gets a stick on it. But luckily for Vegas, the puck comes right back to Eichel. And this time, Eichel's going to wait this play out. Now, look at the stick going back and forth from Emerson. He's waiting for Emerson to get that stick into a position where he can make a pass. And as soon as Emerson starts going towards Eichel, that stick is out of the lane. Eichel can make this pass all the way through. And because Kulak is now so worried about Stone, and that's what we talk about on the penalty kill, you can only take away so much. Somebody's going to be open. And right now, bumper's covered. Can't get the puck back here, and you can't get the puck to Stone. So there's only one option, and that's Eichel to get the puck all the way through the seam to Olofsson. Again, another one-timer, but I want you to see how he waits for this stick to get to an area where he can make a pass. It's really good patience by Eichel on this power play, delivering this puck, and everybody, Henrique's got his stick this way, and Kulak's covering Stone. That's how they're able to find this seam, and that's how Olofsson's able to make this game 4-3. So we go to halfway through the third period, still 4-3, Edmonton, shot at the net, and the defenseman pinches. Hanifin pinches down deep in the zone, and defenseman pinching comes off the blue line, down deep in the zone to keep this play alive. Hard rim around, again, to relieve pressure, get the puck to the weak side. Now, this is an unfortunate play for Henrique. Henrique goes into the wall with his feet. If he could have taken this puck off of the wall with his stick, he might have been able to control the puck a little bit better, but he goes in with his feet, so he has no control of this puck, and he's unable to stop it along the wall, so the puck trickles through all the way to the defenseman of Vegas Knight. And I want you to watch what Hurdle does here. Hurdle is covering the point from the pinch defenseman Hanifin. Now Hurdle's going to drive to the net, and he passes one Oiler, and he passes a second Oiler on his way to the front of the net all by himself. Kulak let him go, didn't box him out, didn't get understick, and ultimately that's going to provide a screen as Pietrangelo delivers the puck. Hurdle's in front of the net, and here again, Pickard can't stop what he can't see. So this game now is all tied up. As this puck gets through, Kulak doesn't take him, doesn't box him out, doesn't get understick. So as the puck gets shot from the point by Pietrangelo, Pickard's got no chance, can't see. Great screen by Hurdle. And here we go. We're all tied up. And I want to talk about Aiden Hill, because I know the first couple of goals I thought he should have had and been able, the ones he wanted to have back. But in the third period, he came up with two big saves here with under 2 minutes to go to keep Vegas in it. And you can see it on the replay. Great pad save by Hill. Don't want to throw him under the bus when he made some really good saves in this game. He ended up making 32 saves on 37 shots. Great job. But I want to see how close Vegas was to winning this in regulation. Under 10 seconds to go. And one of the things you look for when you see duplication, or double up, as you call it, when you see two players, a defending team, go to one player, that means somebody else on the ice is open. And that somebody else in this case is Jack Eichel. And you don't want to leave Jack Eichel all alone with under 10 seconds to go in the game. So as the puck comes down to Eichel, Eichel lets this one go on a one-timer. He lets the one-timer go, and watch Pickard. He has to push hard because he's got to get to Eichel on this one-timer. He knows the clock is almost running out, so he pushes hard. When he pushes hard, it opens up the other side of the net. And I think, hard to say, I think Eichel's trying to put it that way, but unfortunately for Eichel, blows this one over the net. And this game gets to overtime. And again, I want to show it on Eichel had the game on his stick again in overtime. Here's Eichel in the corner. Great play in the corner. He's waiting, waits the defenseman out, looks for the seams, gets the puck through to Barbashev. And look at the net Barbashev's looking at. It's a wide open net, but there's so much heat on this pass. He couldn't control it, couldn't corral it, goes through his legs, and this one continues on in overtime. And we talked about Hill. But you got to talk about Pickard. He's a guy that I didn't put a lot of faith in before the series, and I apologize for that. I was wrong because Pickard has been absolutely elite in these 2 games against the Vegas Golden Knights. He has been the best player for the Edmonton Oilers. He's held them in both of these games. Without the way Pickard played in this game does not make it to overtime. He was absolutely fantastic. And you see this save in overtime. Again, a minute and a half in, 2 huge saves to keep his team alive in overtime. So Kevin Pickard has been absolutely fantastic. He finishes with 28 saves on 32 shots. But the game changes on 2 different penalties. Watt takes a dumb penalty. He puts a stick in the face. You can't do this. You got to control your emotions in these kind of plays. Cross-checks Frederick in the mouth. This is a horrible cross-checking penalty. He gets a stick up into the face of Frederick, and that's a 5-minute major. Luckily for Vegas and for Wad, they were able to kill off this penalty and survive the 5-minute major against one of the best power plays in the National Hockey League. So we move on. So we get that 5 minutes left in overtime. And I want you to watch this play as Arvidsson goes into the wall to retrieve the puck on an icing. This play is horrific. He gets his stick, and this is called the cannon opener, where your stick in between the player's legs, and he turns. And when you do that, the player loses all control of his feet. McNabb goes into the wall hard. This is a dangerous play at a dangerous time. And without a doubt, I am not a referee, but that has to be a penalty. That has to be a penalty on Arvidsson, and Vegas should have been going on a power play with under 5 minutes to go in overtime. I'm sorry to Edmonton Oilers fans that thought this is just fighting for the puck. That's a penalty, and they missed it. The game is fast, and officials miss penalties, and that's the way the game is. Unfortunately for Vegas, it went against them, and now Edmonton prepares to win this game. So we go to the OT winner, and the puck is all the way behind the Edmonton Oilers net. Bouchard, hard rim, alleviates pressure from the 2 forecheckers. The hard rim beats the forecheck, gets it all the way up the ice. And this is a really good play by Perry. Perry takes the puck, and his momentum's carrying him this way. And what that does, we talked about how tight the gaps were. Sometimes they didn't have a tight gap. This time Vegas does have a tight gap, and Haig's tight gap pushes him forward too. So this sets up the big matchup. Connor McDavid, 1st overall in the draft. Jack Eichel, 2nd overall in the draft. And this is a one-on-one. This is a one-on-one play from the blue line in, and to see who's able to get the puck up the ice, watch McDavid. McDavid's got a full head of steam, and he's skating forward. Eichel's feet are pointed to the boards. That's not good for Eichel. So as McDavid comes up the ice, you can see now we got Pietrangelo and Draisaitl coming in behind. That's going to make a difference a little bit later. But look at this one-on-one play. McDavid turns Eichel inside out, and he's driving the net at full speed. And when he's driving the net at full speed, the defenseman Pietrangelo has to take him as a shooting threat. You have to. It's Connor McDavid. So you've got to put your stick on that side of the ice. When he puts his stick on this side of the ice to cover McDavid, that leaves Draisaitl all alone on the back door. And look at the pass that he makes just past the outreach stick. And again, Hill's got to play this. He's got to play McDavid as a shooter from the hash marks from this tight with that much speed. McDavid delivers the puck to Draisaitl. Draisaitl puts it away. It's 5-4. Edmonton's up 2-0. When you look at this behind, I want to show you this again. This move that McDavid puts on Eichel and leaves him standing still, and he's able to get the puck past the outreach stick. Pietrangelo. Hill's facing. He's got to take McDavid as a shooting threat. He does. Draisaitl puts this one away. It's 5-4. Edmonton wins it. They're up 2-0. Stole both games on the road in Vegas. Outstanding goaltending by Calvin Pickard. How long can he keep this going? Have to wait and see as this series shifts back to Edmonton, with Edmonton in a very strong position coming back home with home ice advantage against the Vegas Golden Knights. I want to thank you so much for coming inside the coach room and letting me break these plays down. I want to say one thing. These are what I see. These are the plays the way I see them. And I'll tell you this, from being inside the coach's room year after year after year, there are plenty of discussions. There are plenty of debates on who made what mistake on what play that created a goal. It happens every single day in every coach's room across every level of sports. These are the way I see these plays. So if you want to argue with me on the internet, leave a comment, feel free, but it's just my opinion. It's just the way I see the game. Make sure you subscribe to Inside the Coaches Room YouTube page so you don't miss any of these video breakdowns as the playoffs continue on the way to the 2025 Stanley Cup Final. I'm Petey, and we'll see you at the rink.